Hello and welcome to today's matchup between the Elmwood Plum-City Wolves and the Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers. C-Team won their game 31-20 as JV tries to continue on the perfect record for the Lancers tonight. Taking the tip will be number 10 Cornish and number 13, the swing from varsity, Sean. Liam Bauer is out today with an illness, so Falkenberg being the only varsity swing here tonight. Sito up the floor. Sends a corner to Zimmerman. Looks high to Eichstead. Fakes and up to Cornish. Gonna drive in, has some space, puts it up and too low. Gets a rebound. Up and off as well. And rebounded by number 22, Beckel. Drives all the way in, sends it out corner. Gonna pull a quick three. Rims up and out and rebounded by Cornish. That was number 33, McDonough. Sito with space, trying to push it, makes a move. Up and off with his opposite hand, Falkenberg. Up and off as well, gets a rebound again. Third time, this one in, and the Lancers lead it by 2 with 15-18 remaining. Sending it high corner. Outwith, back up top to Beckel. He'll fake, send it over. Handled in the corner. And back out up top. Driving in, fakes, and travels. That's out. And it'll head back to the Lancers. Sends a corner to Zimmerman. Takes down low. Drives up, gonna pull a jumper. Up and off the side, and rebounded by Outh. And out to McDonough. Sends it over to Beckel. Fakes down low. And sends it high to Outh. Corner. Sean across. Driving in with his move and is fouled down low. That is Beckel as well. And a pass in down low coming from Beckel. Sends it high. Handled by Outh. Steps up and swings it over to McDonough. McDonough thinks about a three. Missed his last one. Now sends it over. Back out to McDonough. Gonna pull again. This one falls. He's 1 for 2. And the Wolves lead it by 1. 3-2. Pass over Sito wasn't ready for it. Still got it anyway. And sends it corner to Cornish. Has Zimmerman running. Finds him up top at blue line. Back down low to Falkenberg. Has a screen from Eichstead. Drives in with some space. Lays it up and up off the side. Rebounded down low again. This one off as well. And rebounded up the floor. Beckel sends it high corner. McDonough. Back out. Beckel. Open three. Not going to take it. Drives in with some space. Loses it for a second. Now swings it out. Outh. Swings it down low. Swatted away and picked up by Falkenberg. And up the floor to Sito. Corner to Cornish. Down low Zimmerman. Steps back out. Fakes and back over to Cornish off his leg. Zimmerman threw it across his body while in the air. A little low for Cornish to handle. McDonough up top. Goes around. Has some space. Steps back out and travels beforehand. And it's heading back to the Lancers. Zimmerman up top. Over to Sito. Fakes one over to Falkenberg in the corner. Gonna drive in, out to Cornish. Has Sito opposite side. Cornish fakes out, back over to Sito. Loses his dribble. Down low, high for Eichstead and out of bounds. And going back to the Wolves. McDonough up top, over to Outh. Outh's gonna pull a three. Up and off the front of the rim, rebounded by Zimmerman. He's got bodies in space. Makes a move over to Falkenberg. Fakes up and in off the glass. Falkenberg's got all 4, and the Lancers lead it by 1. Up to McDonough. Sends it over. Thinks about it, now gonna drive. Back out to Outh. Hands off in the corner. And back up top to Beckel. And Beckel is fouled by Sido. Clokey in for Sido. And a pass into McDonough. Steps around. Zimmerman all over him. Back out to Beckel. Down on the post to Sean. Fakes, trying to drive in. Now swings it back out up top. Outh. Makes a move, puts it up and off. Rebounded down low. Beckel. Swings it back out. Outh. Spinning. Driving. Has space in the paint. Up and off the side again and rebounded by Falkenberg. Outh and Falkenberg not being able to get those shots to fall. As Clokey now some space. Floater. Rims up and in. And the Lancers lead it by, should be 3. Scoreboard is now off. But it should be 6-3 as Wolves call a timeout with 11:30 remaining in the first half. Beckel up top. Back from the timeout, trailing by 3. Sends it corner. Gonna pull. Beckel up off the inside of the rim and rebounded by Cornish. Swings it over to Zimmerman. Sends it high to Clokey. Clokey with space again. Drives all the way in. Reverse layup up and out. Tipped and rebounded by Falkenberg. Back up. Bounced up and out. Rebounded by Falkenberg again. Fading away up and in. Falkenberg with 6. Had many second, third, even fourth chance opportunities down in the paint. Falkenberg continues to get his own rebound. Sends it high. Handled up top. Outh with some space. Trying to drive in. Spinning. Sends it out corner. McDonough. Up and off the side. Rebounded by Beckel. Back up to Beckel. And swings it out. Looking down low. Finding the swinging post. Back out corner. Beckel fakes and travels. And it's going back to the Lancers as number 23, another swing from varsity. Victor will enter. And Eberhardt in for Cornish. The 6th, 7th, and 8th men for the Lancers going to get decent more playing time with Bauer out today. As Zimmerman up top at blue line, swings it over to Clokey. Eberhardt in the corner. Down low, Falkenberg. Puts it up and gets it first try. Lancers up by 7. Falkenberg now with 8. Swings a corner. Sean back up top. Beckel thinks about it. Now swings it over. Nearly stolen by Zimmerman. McDonough with space. Gonna pull a 3. And he knocks it down. He's 2 for 4. And brings the game within 4. McDonough the only points for the Lancers. Falkenberg with 8 out of 10. 3-point shooter and a big man in the paint. Clokey up top. Drives around. Sends it high to Falkenberg. Back up to Zimmerman. Fakes around. Sinks for a 3. Now sends it across to Clokey. Clokey fakes. Steps in. And he'll dribble back out. Fakes. Now down low to Zimmerman. Handled over to Bauer. Tipped it out of his hands. Now Beckel's going fast. Eberhardt coming behind. Nearly blocked. Tipped off the side of the rim anyway. Eberhardt made him uncomfortable and forces the missed shot. Over to Zimmerman. And they'll reset it up. Over to Clokey. Up to Bauer. Corner to Zimmerman. Gonna pull a corner 3. Up and off the side. Tipped and rebounded by Victor. And out to Beckel. Swings it over. Gonna pull a 3. And he knocks it down. Beckel brings it down to a 1-point game. And only 3 so far tonight for the Wolves. Lancers been all in the paint with Falkenberg. Zimmerman up top. Swings it over to Clokey. Steps in, has some space. Now going to drive in. Spinning. Back out to Eberhardt. Fakes a jumper. And back out to Clokey. Clokey a 3. Grims up and out. Rebounded by Eberhardt. Now tipped out into the hands of Victor. Bauer gets a hand on it. Jump ball going to the Wolves. Cornish and Sito enter for Zimmerman and Falkenberg. And number 30. Landon going to enter for the Wolves. And a pass in and up the floor goes McDonough. Sends it across. Back up top to Victor. Thinks about it, now swings it across to Beckel. Beckel gonna pull. Up and off the side. And rebounded down low in the corner. And drops the ball onto the line. It's heading back to the Lancers. As Outh gonna enter for Beckel. So up top with 8 minutes left. Down low to Cornish, stripped and stolen away. Got an advantage, McDonough gonna bounce out instead. Swings it over to Outh. Trying to drive in. Now steps out to Victor. Thinks about it. Now swings it up top. Sean. Fakes trying to drive. Back out. Takes a swing. Now sends it down low. McDonough up and off. Tipped and rebounded by Cornish. He'll bounce out into the corner and take it up the floor. Has Clokey deep corner, sends it over opposite corner to Eberhardt. Eberhardt fakes, driving in. He's got space. Up and gets it off the glass. Eberhardt a strong drive, and the Lancers up by 3. McDonough up top. Swings it over to Victor. Back over to Sean. Deeper corner. Back up top to Outh. Clokey on him. Now back over to McDonough. Sit a wall up into him. Trying to drive in. Fakes down low. Has to change direction in the air and gets out to Outh. Back over to Victor. Swings it back up. Across to McDonough. Gets a screen. And back up top to Victor. Victor driving in. He's got some space. Floater. Fouled. And will shoot 2 at the line. First up and off the side. Zimmerman and Eichstead in for Sito and Clokey. As number 15, Beckel, enters as well, as does Falkenberg for Bauer. There are 3 Beckels on this team. As Victor's second up and out, rebounded by Cornish. And up the floor to Zimmerman. Trying to push it. Has Eberhardt down low. Can't find him in time. Over to Cornish. Up to Eichstead. Fakes down low. Steps up. Down low. Falkenberg in the post. Back up to Eichstead. Over to Eberhardt. He'll fake. Try to drive in. Back up to Eichstead. Over to Zimmerman. Zimmerman a 3. Up and off the side. Rebound Eberhardt. Back out to Cornish. High to Zimmerman. Fakes a try again. Now bounces back out. And up to Eichstead. Over to Eberhardt. Fakes down low. High to Eichstead, over. Now back up top to Zimmerman. Across to Eberhardt. Corner to Eichstead. Back across to Cornish. Cornish hits floater. Up and in. And the Lancers lead it by 5. McDonough up the floor. Zimmerman forcing him to go left. Swings it across. Victor. Back up top to Outh. Back across, fakes, driving in, and back out, swings it up top. Takes over to Victor. Back up to McDonough. Trying to find the post, can't do it. Now trying to drive in, now steps back out to Outh. Outh spinning, hands it off, and stolen by Eichstead, but a jump ball before. And Beckel gonna enter for number 30, Landon. And up the floor goes Zimmerman. Very speedy game so far. Very few stoppages, only 5 minutes remaining. Zimmerman up top. Fakes now down on the Cornish. Back out to Zimmerman with space, gonna pull his third. Rims up and out and rebounded. And up the floor to McDonough. Zimmerman struggled on that Saturday against Mankato and only 1 for 6. His three was a big one. Clinched the game for them as that one tipped up and out. And rebounded by Eberhardt. He's got space. He's got Falkenberg behind. Eberhardt taking it himself. Up and off too hard. Tipped to get his own rebound back out to Falkenberg. Steps back out and up to Zimmerman. Takes to Eichstead. Now over to Eichstead. Down low Falkenberg. Over to Eberhardt. Eberhardt steps in. Lays it up and in. Eberhardt's got 4. And the Lancers up by 7. McDonough up top. Takes a swing. And back over. Up top to Outh again. Hand off to Victor. Drives around and up to McDonough. Back over to Outh. Outh fakes. Up to Victor. Back over to Beckel. Up to Outh. McDonough, 3. Up off the side. Tipped and rebounded by Cornish and hands off to Eberhardt, who loses it and swings down the hands of Outh. Outh with space. Fouled. On the ground. And all the fouls have been on the Lancers so far, as this is now their 4th. Sito enters for Eberhardt as Victor and Beckel exit for Beckel and Sean. And Bauer in for Falkenberg. And number 22, Beckel, will pass it in down low. Sends a corner. Beckel fakes. And back up top to McDonough. Looking cross. Now sends it over. And handled in the corner. Down on the post to Sean. Fakes, back out. Deeper corner to Beckel. Looking high and across. Fakes. He'll step out. Now down low on the post to Sean. Back up to Outh. Swings the corner. McDonough again. Rims up and out and rebounded by Bauer. And up the floor to Sito. 3 minutes remaining. Sito fakes a drive. Steps out and over to Eichstead. Over to Zimmerman. Fakes down low. Back up to Bauer. Over to Sito. Sito going to drive in. Back out to Cornish on the corner. Fakes it around up to Zimmerman. He'll step in. Swings it up top. Tipped in. Picked up by Sito. Sito around. Down low. Cornish isn't there. And it's going back to the Wolves. Sends a deep corner. Beckel. Swarmed by the Lancers. Now back out to McDonough. Down low on the post to Sean. Fakes in across. Beckel fakes a 3. Drives back over. Sends a deep corner. Back up top. Fakes. Has out down low. All alone. Eichstead on him quickly. Up and fouled. And will shoot 2 at the line. Outh trying to find double digits and bring it to a 5-point game. His first of all. The second up and out. Rebounding up the floor to Cornish. Steps around over to Sito. Corner to Eichstead. Back down low to Sito. Back up to Eichstead. He'll drive up and up to Cornish. 2 minutes remaining. Down low Eichstead. He's got some space. Swatted away. And picked up by McDonough. Back up top. Swings it across to McDonough. Fakes down low. And back out to Beckel. Fakes across. Back over to McDonough. Back over to Beckel. Thinks about it. Now Stex back out to blue line. Back over to Beckel. Back out to Beckel. Fakes McDonough down low to Sean. Sean driving in. Puts it up. Up and off the side and rebounded by Bauer. Pass high and easily stolen away by McDonough. Miscommunication. McDonough from the top of the key. Knocks it down! And it's a 3-point, one possession game and a timeout by the Wolves. 16-13 with 1:11 remaining. Eichstead passing, lots of pressure on the Wolves. They brought it within 3. Zimmerman spinning it around the line. Steps all the way in. Fakes out. And up top to Siddle, ball on the floor. Out of bounds off the Wolves. Pass in over to Siddle. Steps around and over to Zimmerman. Under a minute. Lancers up by 3. Trying to put this up ahead by more. Passed down low, tipped around, and picked up by the Wolves. Up the floor goes Beckel. Chance to tie the game with a 3. Drives all the way in, makes a move, and a charge on Beckel. And the pass in from Eichstead. 42.6 seconds left. Up the floor to Zimmerman. He's got time. Sends it high to Cornish. Cornish got the hops. Cornish tripped up from behind. And a foul on Sean. And Eichstead will pass it in. Up to Zimmerman. Missed handoffs. Now gets it back. Has 30 seconds. Steps up and around. Back up to Eichstead. Corner to Siddle. Steps around. And over to Zimmerman. 15 seconds left. Lancers trying to hold this. Gonna pull a 3. Top of the key. Rims up and out. Rebound by Cornish down low. Cornish fading away. Up and off. Tipped. And rebounded by the Wolves. McDonough, 4 seconds left. Makes a move, goes around, steps out, blue line. Up and off the side. And we will head to the locker room. Score 16-13. Lancers up by 3. Back in 5. And we are back and ready for the second half. Lancers up by 3, 16-13. We'll start with it. Back out to Beckel. Up top to Outh. Corner McDonough. Fakes get a drive. Back up top to Outh. Over to Beckel. I'm going to shot down low. Now swings across court. Beckel on the corner. Steps up. Looking down low. Now back up top to McDonough. McDonough around. Fake steps through. And back up top to Sean. Sean down low. Back out to Sean. Tipped and stolen by Cornish. Cornish got the speed. Sean all over him. Steps out. Fading away. Up and off the side. Tipped and rebounded by Beckel. And back up the floor. Beckel got some space. Pass down low. McDonough fakes up and gets to the fall. And makes it a 1-point game. Zimmerman up top. Corner to Sito. Steps up. Drives around and sends up to Eichstead. Over to Zimmerman. Thinks about it. Now back up top to Eichstead. Over to Sito. Picks down low. Looking cross court. Steps in. And sends up to Eichstead. Eichstead down low. Cornish spinning. Lays up and in. What a move from Cornish. And the Lancers back up by 3. Loses dribble. Sends down low to Beckel. Beckel fakes out corner. Out. Thinks about it. Drives up. Hands off to McDonough. Back over to Beckel. Over to Beckel. Gonna pull a 3 for the tie. Up off the backside of the rim. Tipped and rebounded down low. Pass tipped again. And picked up by Sito. Double teamed. Steps out and around, and he'll take it up the floor. Sends it deep. Fulkenberg is there. Back up to Sito. Cross court Zimmerman. Has some space. Gonna pull. Knocks it down. His first of the night. And now 1 for 5. And brings us to a 6-point game. Drives around, fakes up, and sends it over to Beckel. Over to McDonough. McDonough going to pull immediately. Up off the inside of the rim. Picked up by Zimmerman. And back up the floor. Corner to Sito. He'll drive in. Floater. Rims up and out. Rebounded by Fulkenberg down low. Up and out as well. Tipped and rebounded. Cornish tips it out farther. And a foul on Cornish. Swings it over to Beckel. Up to McDonough. Back over to Sean. Down on the post. Beckel. Fakes back out. Now trying to back him down. Now back out to Beckel. He'll fake. Steps out and sends it high to Beckel. And a timeout by the Wolves. 21-15, 6-point Lancer lead with 12:44 remaining. Back from timeout, pass in from the Wolves. looks high and finds McDonough. Down low in the post to Sean. Back out corner to Beckel. Steps out and out of bounds off Zimmerman. Sends it down low to Sean. Up high. And across to out. Swings it around. Takes down low. And back across to out. Back up to McDonough. Up to Beckel. Has space. Fakes. Steps around. And back out and over to Sean. Sean out to McDonough. Back out to Beckel. Fakes again. And over to Sean. Sean driving in. Has some space. Blocked by Cornish. And picked up by Falkenberg. Stolen away by Beckel. Back into the hands of Falkenberg. And over to Sito. Over to Zimmerman. Over to Eichstead. Back up top to Sito. Corner Zimmerman. Gonna pull again. Up and off the side. Tipped and rebounded by Falkenberg. And now back high to Sito. Over to Zimmerman. Now 1 for 7 on the night as Sito comes up short on his lay-in. And McDonough back up the floor. Sends it high to Outh. Swings it across. Sean up and out down low and rebounded by Eichstead and up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman around, down low to Eichstead. Turnaround jumper, up off the side, tipped around and picked up by McDonough. And back up the floor. Beckel. Down low. Back out, fakes, and travels. Pfeiffer and Clokey enter for Eichstead and Sito. And Zimmerman will pass it in to Pfeiffer. Down low to Falkenberg. Fakes out, steps out, and over to Pfeiffer. Corner to Cornish. Steps all the way through, lays it up, and gets it off the glass. Another good drive from Cornish, and the Lancers up by 8. McDonough up top. Sends it corner. And back up top to Outh. Swings it across. McDonough 3. Rims up and out and rebounded by Falkenberg. And back up to Pfeiffer. Zimmerman across the line. Makes moves, driving inside. Up and off too low, but a foul. And we'll shoot 2 at the line. His first goal ball. 24-15, 9-point Lancer lead as Bauer enters for Falkenberg. Zimmerman will shoot his second to make it a 10-point game. Rims up and out, tipped and rebounded, and up the floor to Beckel. Beckel steps up, gonna pull a 3. Rims up and out, rebounded low. Victor lays it back up and in all alone, and brings it down to a 7-point game. Zimmerman down low, tipped and stolen away once again by McDonough. Wolves trying to get on a run here. Up top to Victor. Swings it across. Beckel. Down low to Sean. Stuck and back out. Cross court to McDonough. Over to Victor. Fakes and he'll drive. Has space. Lays it up and in again. 4 straight points for Victor. And the Wolves within 5, 24-19. Lots of press. Zimmerman sends it high to Clokey. Steps out. Dribbles up and over to Pfeiffer. Drives around over to Clokey. Back up to Bauer. High to Cornish. Over to Pfeiffer. Corner to Zimmerman. Looks back high. Now back up to Bauer. Over to Cornish. Down low Zimmerman. Puts it up and knocks it down off the glass. Lancers up by, I believe, 9. Scoreboard's off again. As McDonough sends it over to Beckel. Gonna pull. Up and off the front of the rim. Tipped. Rebound by Victor. Fake, steps back out. And high to Beckel. Back over and up to McDonough. Steps out and over to Sean. High to Victor. Fakes, sends down low and easily stolen away by Zimmerman. He's double teamed and takes it up the floor. Spinning it around. Steps out, sends a corner to Cornish, driving in fast. Down low to Bauer, mishandles the pass. And a foul on Bauer. Sito and Eberhardt in for Pfeiffer and Cornish. And pass up the floor to McDonough. Sends over to Victor. Zimmerman on him. Driving in. And hands off to Beckel. Swings it high to Landon. Down low to Victor. Stripped and stolen away. And picked up and out to Eberhardt. Back over to Sito. High to Zimmerman. Looks across. Fakes and will drive in. Floater. Off the side of the backboard. And going to the Wolves. McDonough up top. Sends it high, out. Driving in, spinning. Back out, and swings it back out up top. Deep corner to Victor. Victor driving in. All the way through, back out. Jumper, off the side, rebounded, off of Landon. Ball on the floor, picked up by Sito. Sito got a 3-on-3. Slows it down, sends it over to Zimmerman. Gonna pull again. Up and off the side. And a foul on Bauer. Zimmerman now 1 for 8. As Clokey enters, as does Cornish for Clokey and Bauer. Falkenberg had 8 out of their first 10 and has yet to score since then. Out, sends it across. McDonough over to Victor. Takes a 3, steps out, and sends it cross court to Outh. Outh fakes. Back across. McDonough. Gonna pull. Rims up and out. Tipped and rebounded out of bounds off the Lancers. And a pass in down low coming from the Wolves. 6:02 remaining, still a 7-point Lancer lead. Sends it high to Outh. Handled and over to McDonough. McDonough thinks about it, back over to corner to Beckel, and back out to Outh. Over to McDonough. Fakes, steps in, and sends it high over. Back up top, spins around, jumper, knocks it down. McDonough brings it within 5. Zimmerman up the floor. Sends it over to Sito. Fakes down low, now up to Falkenberg, tipped and stolen away by McDonough. Chance to bring it to a 1-possession game. Wolves trying to start on a bit of a run here. Back across to McDonough. Sends a corner. Beckel back out to McDonough. Fakes him back over to Beckel. Back high, tipped and out of bounds off the Lancers. Beckel in for Victor. And a pass into McDonough. Sends it over to Outh. Steps in and back across. Deep corner. Jump ball going to the Wolves. Sorry, Lancers. Sito pass into Zimmerman. And he'll take it across the line. Final 5. Wolves got a bit of time, but starting to feel the pressure. Trailing by 5. Falkenberg up top, sends up to Sito. Swings to the corner to Zimmerman. Drives all the way in, floater, blocked from behind, and a foul. And Zimmerman will pass it in down low. Beckel gonna enter for Landon. And Zimmerman will pass it in down low. Up to Falkenberg. Over to Sito. Pass over, tipped by Falkenberg, and laid up in and off the glass. Falkenberg now with 10, and the Lancers up 7. Beckel trying to push it. Swings it over to Beckel, fakes a 3. Steps in, now down low, tips another bounce off Falkenberg. Eichstead back in, passing down low from Beckel. Immediate corner, McDonough, open 3. There it is! McDonough brings it within 4. Sito across to Zimmerman. Down low to Falkenberg, tipped and stolen away. Wolves a big opportunity here. Anything I'll bring within a 1-possession game. McDonough up top. Fakes and sends it down low. Picked up, Sean with space. Drives all the way in, floater, and he is fouled by Sito. And Sean headed to the line for 2 important free throws. Sito's third probably will not exit with only 3:46 remaining. Gonna need him for these final few minutes as it becomes closer and closer. As Sean's first up and out. Second chance, trying to bring it to a 1-possession game. His second will fall. 28-25. 3-point Lancer lead. 3:43 remaining. Lancers have had as many as a double-digit lead. Now all the way down to 3. Zimmerman up top. High to Cornish. Has some space. Thinks about it. Steps around and out to Sito. Sito fakes. Driving in. Steps out and out to Cornish. Cornish driving in. Jumper. Up off the front of the rim. Tipped and rebounded. And up the floor to McDonough. Down on the post to Sean. Tipped. Picked up by Sean. Flipped up in the air to Outh. Back across to McDonough. Passed across with space down low. Beckel fakes. Rims up and in. And the Wolves within one. 28-27. 3 minutes remaining. Lancers starting to feel the pressure. They're right behind them. Swings to Eichstätt. Drives around up top to Cornish. Cornish around. Out to Eichstätt. Pass tipped and stolen away. Out 2-on-2. Gonna slow it down and get across the line. Swings it across to McDonough. Drives in. Pass across. Sean. Back out. High. Handled by Beckel up to McDonough. McDonough fake. Spinning. Deep two. Up and off the side. Rebound by Sean down low. Back in. And the Wolves lead it by one. 29-28. Wolves all the way back. And they have taken the lead in the final 2:24. Timeout by the Lancers. Back from the timeout, Lancers lead is now in the negatives. Wolves lead it by one, 29-28 with 2:22 and counting. Zimmerman across the line. Wolves with new life. Swings it corner to Eichstätt. Pressure now on the Lancers, down low to Falkenberg. Tipped out and picked up by Sito, and he is fouled by Beckel. Lancers with 4 team fouls. Wolves with 3. Neither team in danger of the bonus, unless they choose to be toward the end of the game. As another pass in Zimmerman now with 2:10 remaining. Over to Sito. Steps around. Corner to Zimmerman. Thinks about it. Now dribbles up. And back out to Sito. Lancers in no hurry. Have plenty of time. Driving in. Steps out and over to Cornish. Cornish fakes. Back up to Sito. Over to Zimmerman. Gonna pull. Up and off the side. Now 1 per 9. Zimmerman not on it tonight. 1:40 left. Wolves got all the time in the world with a 1-point lead. Beckel up top. Swings over to Outh. Fakes trying to drive. Now hand off to McDonough. McDonough in. Spinning. Back out. Outh. Driving in baseline. Back out. Sean. 1:24 left. Steps around. Sends it high. Handled by Beckel. Back over. Nearly stolen by Sito. McDonough steps in. Down low. Sean with space. Driving in. Up and off the glass. And rebounded by Falkenberg. Very unfortunate spin. Lancers get a huge break. 1:05 remaining. Sito with some space. Driving in. And he is fouled. 1:02 remaining. Now 4 fouls on each team. Sito will pass it in down low. Zimmerman on the pass in. Lancers looking for a lead. Over to Falkenberg in the corner. Back up to Sito. Under a minute left. Corner to Zimmerman. Number 10. Up and out as well. Rebounded and sends it deep. Zimmerman, what a catch! And over to Sito. Bodies hit the floor. Sito going fast. He's got numbers. Over. Eichstätt. 3. Knocks it down! Eichstätt gives the Lancers a 2-point lead. And Sito fouls in the corner, number 4. And a timeout by the Wolves. 31-29. Eichstätt coming up clutch. 35.8 seconds left. Wolves ball when we return. Back from the timeout, 35.8 seconds left. Eichstätt, a huge corner three, splashes it down to give him a 2-point lead. Wolves ball, down by 2. Pass into McDonough, and up the floor. Passed off the foot of Sito, and the Wolves will repass it in with 30.6 seconds left. Beckel on the pass in. Sito with those 4 fouls. Gets it out to McDonough, and across the line. Pass down low, deep to Sean. Takes the handoff, and back up to Outh. Outh thinks about it. Fakes down low. Now going to try to drive in. Spinning, 20 seconds left. Outh fakes, steps in, and sends it across to Beckel. 15 seconds left. Beckel looking high. Sends it down low. Picked up, Sean. Hit from behind, and a foul. And Sean heading to the line for 2 huge free throws. 9.9 seconds left. 2 of the biggest free throws of probably his career. A chance to tie the game at the line. Under 10 seconds left. Wolves nowhere near the bonus. That's his first. Banks in. 31-30. Sean second. Huge pressure. A chance to tie the game. It's gonna fall! Sean is clutch! 31-31, 9.9 seconds left. Lancers ball, looking for a buzzer beater. And here we go, back from the timeout, tied at 31 apiece. 9.9 seconds left. Lancers looking for a last-second lead. Eichstätt on the pass in. Zimmerman, their big last-second shooter, now 1 for 10 from the three-point line. Eichstätt 1 for 1. Falkenberg, lots of points in the paint. Eichstätt on the pass in. Gets into Sito. Time ticking down, sends it high. Eichstätt tipped and stolen away. Out. 5 seconds left. And a timeout by the Wolves. 4.6 seconds left. The Wolves now a chance for a last-second shot. 4.6 seconds left. Tied at 31 apiece. Wolves now with a chance for a buzzer beater. Pass in from the corner. Gotta get a shot up fast. Not a lot of time. Zimmerman and Falkenberg retreat. Lots of press on the pass in. Looking for McDonough. Sends it high. Picked up by Sean. 3 seconds left. Floater. Up and up the side. Rebound Cornish. And that'll do it. We are headed to overtime. Tied at 31. And we are back and ready for overtime. Game tied at 31. Cornish taking the jump with Sean. Sito with 4 fouls. Thing to look at as we now have an extra 4 minutes of play. Tipped up. Tipped again and picked up by Eichstead. And out to Zimmerman. Langston had a big lead. Lost it toward the end and ended up tied. Trying not to desert the game altogether. Sito up top. High to Falkenberg. Over to Eichstead. Wasn't looking. And it's going back to the Wolves. Pass into McDonough. Up top. Gets across the line. Down low in the corner to Beckel, and he drops it out of bounds. 2 unforced turnovers by each team, and it's back with the Lancers. Pass back into Zimmerman. Driving in, has some space. Back out to Cornish. Cornish fakes a 3, driving in. And travels beforehand. And it's going back to the Wolves. That's 3 unforced turnovers in a row. And they're pretty fried. They've played 2 whole halves. And these extra 4 minutes are going to be rough. 3:20 remaining. Beckel up top. Over to Sean. Sean driving in. Drops it. And he's picked up by Zimmerman. That's 4 unforced turnovers. Had it in his hands and just dropped it down, rolled up, picked up by Eichstead. Zimmerman sends it corner to Sito. High to Cornish. Takes it over to Zimmerman. 1 for 10 from the 3-point line. Sends it back out to Falkenberg. Over to Sito. Sito fakes. And over to Zimmerman. High to Cornish. Takes it over to Falkenberg. Steps out to get it. And back up to Sito. Sito steps in. Back around. Spinning. Back out to Eichstead. Out to Zimmerman. 2:35 remaining. Clock bleeding out. Sito. Corner. Cornish. Looking high for Falkenberg. Finds him. Falkenberg in the post. Up and off the side. Tipped by Eichstead. And into the hands of Beckel. And the Wolves now a chance for the lead. Sends it high. Too far for Alf. And that's 5 unforced turnovers. Wasn't looking through to his back shoulder on the run. And it's going back. No, going to stay with the Wolves. Lancers. Nope. Wait. Yep, going to stay with the Wolves. And they're going to say the Lancers tipped it out of bounds as Clokey now enters for Eichstead. 2:22 remaining. Wolves on the pass in. Fake, sends it high to Outh. Handled. And the clock will run. 2:20. Outh up top looking for a lead. Still scoreless in overtime. Sends a corner to Beckel. Cornish closely on him. Back up top to Victor. Fakes. High to Outh. Driving in. Trying to spin. Now back out. Beckel. The 2-minute mark. Out to McDonough. Fakes to Victor. Now out to Victor. Down low. Tip by Cornish. Stolen away by Cornish. Going baseline. He's got speed. He's got space. Around. Up and off. And rebounded by Outh. 1:40 remaining. Outh walks up. Gonna pull a three. Up and off the side. Rebounded by Cornish. Jump ball. And it's staying with the Wolves. And a pass in from Beckel. 1:38 remaining. Still scoreless. Any points here is going to be huge for one team and devastating for the other. Beckel. Huge pass in. Needs an option. Looking high. Has Outh in the corner. Now sends it down low. Victor. Stripped and stolen away by Sito. Has Zimmerman deep. Sends it high. And he is fouled hard. And that is the 5th foul on the Wolves. Still decent ways away from the bonus. Only 1:33 remaining. Lancer passing down low. Beckel enters. For Victor. Sito on the pass in. Big opportunity for the Lancers here. Trying to give themselves a lead. Zimmerman screened around. Looking high. Needs an option. Now corner Zimmerman. Dribbles up. And over to Clokey. Down low in the post. The Falkenberg stripped. Ball on the floor. Clokey's on it. Strips it out to Zimmerman. Zimmerman. Timeout by the Lancers. Regrets that one. Thought they were in trouble. Ended up being a good opportunity for them. Now 1:23 left. We're heading to the timeout. Tied at 31. Back from the timeout, still scoreless in overtime. Tied at 31, 1:23 remaining. Sito on the pass in. Has Clokey deep, gets in his Cornish. Cornish fakes, driving in, back out to Falkenberg. Fakes a jumper, driving in with some space. Down low Cornish, up and, too low. It rebounded by Sean, and out to Beckel. 1:10 remaining, out to Outh. Outh spinning, loses it, stolen by Sito! Sito, all alone! Up and in! Lancers up by 2 with 58 seconds left and a timeout by the Wolves. Sito, huge steal, laying on the opposite end. 2-point Lancer lead, 57.6 seconds left. Back from the timeout, Lancers up by 2 from a huge steal from Sito in a lane on the opposite end. 57.6 seconds left, 2-point Lancer lead. Pass in from the Wolves. Victor is returned. Sends it high. Picked up by Sean. Time ticking down from 55. Wolves feeling the pressure. Still have plenty of time. Over to Beckel. Fakes down low. Fakes high. Now down low on the post. Dribbles around. And back out to Sean. Sean fakes. Back out. Beckel with some space. 40 seconds left. Back over to Sean. Sean driving in. And he is fouled by Falkenberg. And Sean, the big free throw shooter, is headed to the line for a 1-and-1. 38.6 seconds left. Sean once again at the line with a chance to tie with both made. Eichstead enters for Clokey. And out for Victor. Huge 1-and-1 coming for Sean. He's been here before. He made them both last time. His first. Up and out. Tipped. And jump ball going to the Lancers. And timeout for a towel. 34.6 seconds left. Back from the timeout. Eichstead on the pass in down low. Lancers up by 2, 33-31. Wolves a foul to give. Gets into Sito. Sito up the floor. Has Falkenberg deep. Has Cornish deep. Not going to do anything with it. Going to step out instead. And send it high to Cornish. Cornish is fouled. 24.9 seconds left. Both teams now in the bonus following this pass in. Cornish will pass it in. One more and the Lancers shooting a 1-and-1. Cornish. Gets into Eichstead. Over the corner to Falkenberg. And Falkenberg is fouled. 21.4 seconds left. Falkenberg at the line. Shooting the first 1-and-1. Falkenberg with 10 points already. His first 8 in the first opening minutes. Since then been rather quiet. Trying to bring it to a 2-possession game at the very least. A 3-point game. 1-and-1. Up and off the side. Rebound Sito! Back up and in! Sito is clutch! 4 straight points! And now some discussion. Did it hit the rim? I don't think it did. Now a bit of discussion. And it's going to stay with the Wolves shooting a 1-and-1. 35-31. 1-and-1 coming. Big one here. Rims up and out. Rebounded by Falkenberg. Out to Sito. Deep to Cornish. Cornish with space. Cornish. Up and off. Tipped. Cornish. Out of bounds, and it's going to the Wolves. 8.5 seconds left. Still a 4-point Lancer lead. And a timeout by the Lancers. 35-31. 4-point Lancer lead. 8.5 seconds left. Wolf ball. Back to the timeout. Wolves down by 4, need an immediate bucket. Sends in to Beckel. Time ticking down. Fakes, sends it high. Tipped, out, has it, steps out. Gonna pull. Up and out. Tipped, rebound, and that'll do it. The Lancers win it by 4. Sito gets all 4 in overtime, and the Lancers hang on. 35-31, and the sweep for the day stays alive. C-Team won theirs, JV won theirs in overtime. Varsity up next, Band in 2, Varsity in 15. Lancers and C-Team both eking out wins. Varsity's next.